right, hi PreCalcers, how you doing today? I wanted to just take you through the sum and difference formulas. So everything that you have today for the sum and difference formulas, it's going to be the formula sheet. That is first and foremost what you want. And then you may want to go and grab a unit circle. So you might want to pause this and go grab a unit circle so that you have that as a reference while we're doing it. All right, so basically, first thing, if I'm trying to find the exact value of sine of negative 15 degrees, negative 15 degrees is not one of my unit circle values. However, using either adding or subtracting, I can come up with two values that would either add or subtract to give me negative 15 that are on my unit circle. And it doesn't matter which two angle measurements you use, as long as they either add or subtract to give you negative 15. So the two values that I'm going to use that add or subtract to give me negative 15 is 30 degrees minus 45 degrees. So that's going to give me negative 15 degrees, and both 30 and 45 are on my unit circle. So I'm going to do sine of 30 degrees minus 45 degrees. All right. So now I'm going to look at my formula box and I look for the sine and the one that has the subtraction. So that's the second one down, sine of u minus v. So the formula says it's sine of the first thing, so we're going to do sine of, this is in place of where u is, so we're going to do sine of 30 degrees, and then times cosine of my v, which is in the second place, which is 45 degrees, and then it says minus cosine of u, so minus cosine of the first thing, which is 30 degrees, and then times sine of 45 degrees. Yikes, and I'm running into the space of my other one. All right, so now looking at the unit circle, we know the value of my y value at 30, we know the x value at 45, we know the x value at 30, and we know the y value at 45. So we're going to go ahead and drop those in. So the y value at 30 degrees is 1/2 times the x value at 45 degrees is radical 2 over 2 minus the x value at 30 degrees is radical 3 over 2, and my y value at 45 degrees is radical 2 over 2. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of simplifying. So we've got radical 2 over 4 minus radical 6, because you can multiply inside the radicals, over 4, and now you've got a common denominator. So, and these are not the same radicals, so we can't combine them. It's going to be radical 2 minus radical 6 all over 4, and that is my final answer. Okay, so you go through and you kind of do that for every single one of these. Now, the thing that I would recommend, because it's easier to come up with adding or subtracting when they're in degree mode, I would change this pi over 12 into degrees first. So the way that we change it into degrees, remember, is multiply by 180 over pi, and then get that into degrees. And then it's a little bit easier to figure out what your angle is, so then you can kind of go from there. All right, so I'll continue. I'm going to do one of number 5 and one of tangent in another following video.